because in reality, we're still learning. And it's funny, like when I jump into the more health, like the deeper in health and fitness you can go, the more overwhelmed you can get. I can even imagine like somebody listening right now can be like, okay, whoa, that's a lot of information in this short time. But like the deeper you go into any like community, like I have like a healthy mom called Crunchy Mom community. And like sometimes I'm in there and I'm like, all right, ladies, this is too much. Like we need to take it one step at a time. Like we need to acknowledge that like, okay, some of us are here. Like, okay, I got my organic food, I'm trying, like I can't right now grow my own chickens and vegetables at this moment, but like I'm on the path. It's always working on a path to get you to somewhere greater. And like I said before, like we're dealt playing hand of cards to play with in life, and a lot of us can feel like we've been dealt this really crappy, and it's my genetics. I really wanted to throw this line out there. It's my genetics. I can't change, right? Like it's one of my favorite little, but it's like a meme. It's like, this runs in my family, like heart, like diabetes runs in my family, like overweight runs in my family. And the meme is like, does this run in your family or does no one run in your family? Right? So it's like, there's these habits and patterns we've been taught by our, like your mom, right? Like doctors, my grandma as well. Doctors are the answer, right? Always go to them. They have all the answers in reality.
But now we can look at our family also and realize that that they can be an example if we live that same lifestyle, that we're probably most likely going to end up just like them. Right. So I don't believe that it's really about genetics, but genetics do tell us something. Definitely. I'll give you an example. My dad is diabetic. Right. So if my dad is diabetic and his father passed away from diabetes, when I look at anything like that, I'm like, okay, well, if I continue to eat the same way and live the same lifestyle that they're living, then I'm going to end up just like that. So my family, in a way, is showing me an external example of what's going on right now.
So that's also another example of like us being forced or by choice. We can also see somebody suffering from something. And part of, I think, the reason why we've been gifted compassion in this, this vessel, this human life, compassion is also a way to like avoid, like, okay, I really feel what you're going through. And I want to help you not go through that anymore if I can. And I also want to make sure that me and my children don't necessarily have to go through that because I feel you already. I already feel the pain. And if I can avoid feeling this in my own body and like really, really for real, then why not work towards it, even if it takes work?
Of course. Yeah, I think it's all of our responsibility to break as many cycles as we can. But it's like you said from the very beginning of this podcast, is to be open. Where do we want to better our life? And the bottom line is there are examples of everything around us. Like I said, I brought up my father who's diabetic, right? We bring up our friends. We look at some of the life experiences they're going through right now. It's like, do I want to go through that same experience or do I actually want to do something different about that experience? So I think that's where all the lessons of this is like the world is like one large classroom. And if we're willing to actually learn, we can go far.
So like one huge thing I think that's important to be said is like listening to that inner like navigation system. Like once you get like those feelings of maybe I should be doing something different, maybe like listen to that and take action. Like take action on, if you feel like maybe you need a gym, just join a gym. If you feel like maybe I need to like get more knowledge on this, read a book or listen to a podcast about that information.
Just take one step.
Yeah, ask a fitness professional a question. Like, I can't tell you how many of my friends and family have me as, like any health and fitness, but they won't come to me because then it opens a lot, like it's scary. But it's worth it. It's always worth knowing a little more and using whatever tools and then challenging yourself every day.
I mean, I agree that the first step is obviously the hardest step. I mean, it's the step that once you ask, like you said, you're opening up a can of worms. Once you ask somebody how to lose weight, once you ask somebody how to eat better, once you ask somebody how how to slow down my mind or what is meditation, right away, if somebody starts to move you towards that direction, there is an instantaneously responsibility for you to follow through.
Right.
And I think that's why so many people like
Avoid
and they don't take the first step. But I want to be honest, like it's literally been a 25-year journey. I started working out when I was 15 years old because I was overweight as a teenager. And now I'm going on 41 years old. So it's 26 years later.
Yeah.
I'm still learning every single day. But if I never would have taken the first step, where would I be now?
Right.
So I want everybody to know that by taking the first step, I promise you that you're going to be fully supported by the team, the universe, your family, your friends, and everything that you need to make this happen for you.
And the greatest thing about that is, once you tap into why, like why you want to feel better, what makes you want to wake up in the morning and say, today I might do a cold shower. I might do a cold plunge. I might challenge my body a little more. Why? Why do you want to feel better? Why do you want to feel like this exuberant amount of energy? What is the reason you're living? And sometimes that's the first question before you can even get, started on your journey. Sometimes you really got to like sit down and give yourself that motivation. Nobody can give it to you. Like you can kind of like outsource for just a limited amount of time. And then you're going to realize that like it has to come from a deeper knowing of what you came here for in this life. And I think that's going to be really helpful on anyone's journey. And then like reinforcing that every day. Like, this is my why.
I agree. I feel that you said something earlier in the podcast. You said that you're either going to have a choice to change or you're going to be forced to change. And so I think it's vital that we all make it a point to get uncomfortable in some way, shape, or form every single day. That is why I do choose to do the cold shower every morning, because that gets me uncomfortable. And I promise you that it never gets easier.
Yeah. I chose to be a mom. That's my discomfort. It gets crazy. It gets crazy out here. No, but yeah, I do the cold showers too. But I think that even like challenging yourself to resist temptations every day sometimes.
Agreed.
Like, wow, I really want to binge this ice cream, but you know what? I know that's not going to help me right now. Even that in itself, like even just small little things like, oh, I really don't feel like working out today. But instead of like me jumping in the car, go to the gym and feeling like drop down and do 10 push-ups, right? Like drop down and do 15 squats. Just remember that like there's always room to do something. Even that time thinking about should I not? Start doing push-ups and decide, or am I going to go to the gym? Oh, maybe now I feel really great. And now I could like get in my car. Now it feels like my body has some energy.
Yeah. I mean, they say like action starts everything, right? So I know that the mind is obviously powerful and can determine what literally you should be doing. But if you just start to take action, just come to the gym, go outside.
First step.
Take a step. If they take a step, the rest is going to flow. And I think what really should be guiding us is we've all felt how we feel when we do something and when we don't do something. We also feel like how we feel when we do something and then the aftermath of it. I believe that if we can know already, like you said, temptation.
Right.
We know that if we go for this piece of cake right now,
feel like crap
I'm
after.
gonna feel like crap after. And so
Guilt, shame.
what is worth the short-term satisfaction? Right. And I think once we can be aware of that and start seeing that, it actually becomes a subtraction of things from our life.
And it's funny, like even when you say cake, like it's also not like depriving yourself.
Exactly.
There's alternatives, right? Like I love me a piece of dark chocolate, which can be totally healthy. And so it's like realizing that like it's not choosing suffering all the time. It's enduring when like we do have to go through those hard moments, but finding fun ways to go through this life. It's all about having fun. How can I enjoy this life? Because then my why feels so much better when I'm like, okay, at least I get to have a little fun, as opposed to why? Okay, I'm going to do this really hard thing all the time and it feels like doom and gloom. No, it does not have to.
Yeah, it's like that old idiom. What is it? Like everything in moderation.
Yeah.
Like, there's some things that I think that's how life can really be lived, in moderation. And then there's other things that you just
Hard
can't
nose.
have. Like,
Hard
for instance,
nose.
a hard no for me is dairy. Why? Because I'm allergic to dairy. It doesn't make me feel good. I might be in the hospital if I have something that is dairy.
Hard no's also make things really easy.
Exactly.
Because once it's a no, there's no room to maybe and toggle and waste time and then be tempted. Because when it's a hard no, it's a hard no. Like, things in life, like you could take it to like adultery, right? Like cheating on somebody. Like when you have a hard moral compass, like
That's a hard no.
It's a hard no in my heart. Like it's just not gonna happen, right? Yeah. You could take it to so many levels, but if like maybe there's room, maybe I want to be open, right? So being open is so funny. It's like everything. Like it's a pendulum, right? Like you have to be open to wanting more in life and learning, but you also have to know your boundaries, and that's a whole nother road to go down. But yeah,
agreed.
Definitely.
Know your boundaries, but have fun.
I think our takeaways today, I think listening to that inner compass, like finding your purpose, like why to change, and then like challenging yourself, through tools, whether it's through reading, whether it's through working out, whether it's through cold showers, it's just like a little challenge every day will definitely help you be more in tune with your body.
Agreed. I think everybody, I think at the end of the day, you can take a moment right now and really look back at something that you want to change. And if there's something that you want to change right now, I think that if you make that commitment to it, even just take the first step, that the answers are going to come your way. So I ask all of the audience right now, think about one thing that you want to change, take the first step, and know that the support is here for you, regardless of whatever that may be.
Yeah. And we have tools, man. We have books. We could offer insights to books, ways to start exercise programs, ways to start meditation. That's been huge in our lives. Like even detox methods, like red light therapies, saunas, and all the good stuff. There's always, tools we have to offer.
We have decades of experience to share with you. As I said earlier on, sometimes our pain is our wisdom, and we're here to share that wisdom with you, so that you don't have to go down the same journey.
Yeah. Our journey with us. Thank you.